Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear students, the topic of our today's discussion is teniasis. In this lecture, first of all, we will discuss the problem statement. Then we will discuss epidemiological determinants, that is agent factors, host factors and environmental factors. Then we will discuss the clinical features of the disease which lead to diagnosis, and finally the preventive and control measures of teniasis. Teniasis are a group of cestode infections which are important zoonotic diseases. There are two types of parasites which are important in teniasis, that is Taenia saginata and Taenia solium. These are classified as cyclozoonosis because they require more than one vertebrate host species and don't require invertebrate host to complete their developmental cycle. Now we will discuss the problem statement of teniasis. Taenia saginata. This parasite is virtually global in distribution wherever beef is eaten. There is a moderate prevalence in Europe, in most of the Indian subcontinent, Southern Asia, and in Japan. The larval stage of Taenia saginata occurs almost all over the world. While the Taenia solium infection is endemic in many countries of Latin America, Africa, and Asia, as well as in some parts of Europe and Russia. Human cysticercosis caused by Taenia solium is a far more important public health problem than human teniasis. Now we will discuss the hosts of infection. Taenia saginata and Taenia solium. They pass their life cycles in two hosts. In man, the adult parasites live in the small intestine. The larval stage of Taenia saginata mainly occurs in the cattle. The pig is the main host for the larval stage of Taenia solium, but man may also be infected. This may lead to muscular, ocular, and cerebral cysticercosis. The adult stage of Taenia saginata and Taenia solium may persist for several years in infected humans. Mixed infections of both the parasites can occur. This slide is showing you the hosts of infection. In case of Taenia saginata, man is the definitive host and the intermediate host is cattle. While in case of Taenia solium, again the definitive host is man, but the intermediate host is pig. Now we will discuss the mode of transmission. These infections, they are acquired through the ingestion of infective cysticerci in the undercooked beef in case of Taenia saginata or pork in case of Taenia solium. These infections can also be acquired through the ingestion of food, water, or vegetables contaminated with eggs, and reinfection by the transport of eggs from the bowel to the stomach by retroperistalsis, although this mode is considered to be rare. The incubation period of this disease varies from 8 to 14 weeks. Clinical features. The impact of tapeworm infection in man is difficult to quantify because in the vast majority of cases they do not lead to clinically ill health, except occasional abdominal discomfort, anorexia, and chronic indigestion. Straying of proglottids may sporadically cause appendicitis or cholangitis. The most serious risk of Taenia solium infection is cysticercosis. Human cysticercosis. Human infection is caused by the ingestion of Taenia solium in contaminated water or food, or regurgitated eggs from the small intestine, that is autoinfection. The eggs disintegrate and the infective stages they leave the intestine via the hepatic portal system and are dispersed throughout the body where they develop to form cysticerci. Cysticerci that develop in the central nervous system represent a serious threat to the individual. As a result of mechanical pressure, obstruction, or inflammation, a variety of pathological changes they are produced, leading to epilepsy, intracranial hypertensive syndromes, hydrocephalus, psychiatric diseases, or death. Now we will discuss the control measures. The methods usually employed for control are: first of all, treatment of infected persons. Early detection and early treatment of Taenia solium cases is essential to prevent human cysticercosis. Effective drugs are available and they include praziquantel and niclosamide. Surgical removal of symptom-producing cysts is indicated. Meat inspection. Taenia solium has been controlled by meat inspection and by proper housing and feeding of pigs. Thorough cooking of beef and pork is the most effective method to prevent foodborne infections. Health education is very important. Education of the public to prevent pollution of soil, water, and food with human feces, and washing of hands before eating and after defecation. They are important health educational messages. Improvement of living conditions is another important measure for the control of teniasis. Adequate sewage treatment and disposal. Improvement of living conditions, especially safe treatment of sewage used for farming, should be aimed at. In case of medical treatment, two drugs they are commonly used. These drugs are praziquantel and niclosamide. Both the drugs are safe and effective. Praziquantel is given in a single dose of 10 mg per kg body weight, while niclosamide is given in a single dose of 4 tablets, that is 2 grams. This drug is given in the morning empty stomach. The tablets must be chewed thoroughly and swallowed with water. Pre and post treatment purges they are not used for either drug to treat Taenia saginata. For the treatment of Taenia solium, give moderate purgative 2 to 3 hours after the drug in order to rapidly eliminate segments and eggs from the bowels to avoid theoretical possibility of cysticercosis. For treatment for cysticercosis, two drugs they are commonly used. These are albendazole and praziquantel. 10 to 15 mg per kg body weight per day of albendazole is given twice daily with a fatty meal. 7 to 14 days may be sufficient for some patients, but a longer course, that is up to 28 days, is advisable at the present time. Praziquantel is given in 50 mg per kg body weight per day in 3 divided doses for 15 days. This concludes our today's lecture. Thank you very much.